and staff of Somerville High School. Our seniors have each chosen an educator who has made a lasting impact on their lives. And this evening is about celebrating not only those remarkable educators, but all the dedicated professionals throughout our district. Each of our seniors has chosen an educator that has had an impact on their lives here at Somerville High School. First, number 7, Chris Casesso has chosen to honor Mary Beth Murray, a dedicated school counselor at Somerville High. In Chris's words, Miss Mary Beth, thank you for always being there for me and giving me advice. I truly appreciate you always having my back. Our next senior, Captain number 4, Matthew DeAngelis. Matthew has chosen to honor Lisa Brewster Cook, who is an impactful English teacher at Somerville High School. In Matthew's own words, Mrs. Brewster Cook has a way of making every single student feel seen and valued. Her passion for teaching was unwavering, and her encouragement helped me believe in my potential even when I doubted myself. Ms. Brewster Cook is a teacher, guide, and source of support for everyone, and I'm grateful for everything she has done for me. Our next senior, number 21, Seamus Foley. Seamus has chosen to honor Patrick Corbett, who is an exceptional math teacher at Somerville High School. In Seamus's words, Mr. Corbett is a very friendly teacher and has helped me understand the work on a deeper level. I appreciate his time with me and am excited for him to come and watch me play. Our final senior, assistant captain number 10, Tim Jones. Tim has chosen to honor Jeremy Rashall, who is a dedicated college and career guidance counselor at Somerville High. In Timmy's words, thank you for everything you've done for me during high school. Your support and advice has meant a lot to me. To all of our educators and staff, your dedication, passion, and positive influence are deeply appreciated. You've touched the lives of so many students, and we are immensely grateful for all that you do. Thank you to all our teachers and staff.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the introduction of our starting lineup. First, for the visiting team, the Red Hawks from Melrose High School. Starting at left wing, junior, number 11, Jack Speed. Starting at center, a senior, assistant captain, number 2, Quinn Haggerty. At right wing, a sophomore, number 17, Rob Pino. And left defense, a senior, number 9, Griffin Brady. On right defense, a junior, number 13, Aiden Ryan. And starting in goal, captain of the Red Hawks, number 29, Matthew Puccioni. The Red Hawks coached by Mr. Joe Cicerello. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the starting for your Somerville Highlanders. Starting on the wing, sophomore, number 6, Ben DiCarlo. That center, a senior, and assistant captain of the Highlanders, number 10, Tim Jerry. On right wing, a sophomore, number 3, Kyle Antonelli. gentlemen, we ask if you are able to stand and move your head as we play our national anthem.
Welcome to Somerville Highlander Hockey on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon alongside Tyler Orego. Tyler, tonight the Highlanders welcome in the Red Hawks of Melrose. Melrose comes in ranked number 7, a top 10 team in Division 3. And they are 5-6 overall. That is a very, very non-indicative number in terms of the record they face. Somerville, of course, 6-4 overall, number 26 in Division 3. The opportunity to make some noise tonight.
Yeah, it's an extremely deceptive record for Melrose at 5-6. They've come in having played 5 one-goal games, including their last outing, a 3-2 loss to Stoneham. 8 of their 11 games, Todd, have been decided by 2 or fewer goals. So they're a team that's been in just about every single game they've played in. Whereas for the Highlanders, it's been a matter of trying to find consistency. 2-2 in their last 4. They've been able to score some big wins, but at the same time, some big losses. Let's see how they can do in this first period, trying to right the ship. They've had some success at home, but can they defend here in this first period strongly in front of Colin Rosas, who's making yet another start?
Colin Rosas in the net for the Highlanders, and he's going to let one get in past him right there as he was sliding towards the near side, and the puck took the bounce away from him into the net. We're going to have to wait to see who gets credit on that, but just underway, 10 seconds into this game, Colin Rosas, the young sophomore, looking to get over 500 on the record. He's 2-2 so far this season with a .859 save percentage. It's 2-1-1 goals against, or 3-1-1 goals against, I should say. That's going to go up, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was Brady Griffin who just sent that puck in on a dump in that looked like it may have bounced away from Rosas, who was overcommitting a little bit to the stick side, but nonetheless, 10 seconds into the game, right off the face-off, a real difficult start. And now for the Highlanders, they're going to have to try and settle in front of their goaltender, see if they can get anything generated up ice.
As Casesso breaks into the attacking zone, and the puck will be sent out of play by the Melrose defense. 14:30, Highlanders behind 1-0 already.
And Todd, it just looked like he didn't ever expect that puck had a chance to get on him. And sometimes in those instances, the puck does get on you. And that time, he just never was able to make a play on it. It just bounced past him on the glove side. That can be a real deflating feeling, especially when it comes early in the game like that. You don't want to afford a team like Melrose any easy goals. That's happened, though, and as a goaltender, you've got to have a short memory. It's got to be behind you now because you've still got a ton of hockey to be played.
No doubt about that, as Melrose carries out of the zone. Speed with Justin D'Antona into the zone. He fired it towards the net. Rosas gets the save there. As the Highlanders dumped it in and came right back out. Highlanders looking to mount some control in neutral ice, but Melrose able to dump it in. Lots of speed as Declan McLean into the corner. Foley will back him up against the boards. As D'Antona tried to get that one, he goes down to the ice. sent up ice by Shane Doe. As this puck will get all the way down for the icing, the faceoff will come back to the Highlanders zone. 13:44 remaining here in the first period, just underway from the vet. Highlanders have the opportunity here to get their 7th win of the season, looking for that magic number 10 to get them into the postseason for the 3rd straight season.
And you know it's not going to be easy tonight with Melrose. They really are not a 5-6 team with how close they've been in all of these games. And for the Highlanders, they're going to have to find a different way to win here tonight, because you've got to think that DeAngelis and Cassessa are going to be checked extremely tight.
As DeAngelis got that into the zone, it cycled deeper by Braden Hart. Back behind the net there, DeAngelis battling for it, trying to get it away from Doyle. Saved at the point by Doe. Doyle will knock it back out that time, as Cassessa will pick it up. And he will turn back here to the near side. Puck knocked down by Melrose, kept in the zone as it's finally cleared into neutral ice, where Melrose will control. The Red Hawks have it in neutral ice. Cassessa sliding in there, trying to break things up, but Haggerty able to get it into the zone. Doe cycles it around. Cassessa far boards, will shepherd it out. As he overskated slightly on that one, DeAngelis is able to poke it forward.
That was dangerous for Melrose. You had, I believe it was Quinn Haggerty trying to change, and that puck just came by the bench with him still on the ice. Nobody played it, though, for the Red Hawks.
And the Red Hawks now speed the other way as Mikey Santos sends that one through the slot untouched. Highlanders pick it up as DiCarlo does, but he can't clear it from the zone, kept in by Barber. And now cleared out by the Highlanders. As Kyle Antonelli playing it right in front of us here near boards. Melrose will dump it in all the way around where Foley will play it. Now Candelino, near side, plays it up to Antonelli. Loses control back to Candelino, over to Foley. Foley tries it off the boards but couldn't get it out of the zone. Melrose able with the forecheck to keep it in the zone. Now they have control here at the slot as Brady fires that one in, and that's controlled by Rosas.
And yeah, 2 chances there for the Highlanders to try and clear the puck, and those are frustrating moments for a team, frustrating moments for a defense. Foley misfires it along the far side. He didn't get everything, and then once again, puck comes out in front. Kyle Antonelli couldn't clear it. It leads to a pretty good-looking point shot, but Rosas is in good position to make the save, and there's no rebound.
As that one hit towards the net, Doe's able to pick it up and spread it aside. Now Foley carries it up and sends it out. Cassessa at middle ice as he's into the attacking zone, chasing it behind the net. Joined there by Hart. Hart and Cassessa behind the net, but it's going to be pulled out by Giuliano. As Giuliano for the Red Hawks gets picked off there by DeAngelis. Matty DeAngelis, he's left some Red Hawks behind him. Fires that one. Nice block as he went down. Nick Burke went down to the ice surface to block that one from DeAngelis.
A tremendous play defensively by Burke. DeAngelis finally able to get himself some separation out high, and he had a chance to pass off. I believe it was Seamus Foley who was calling for the puck, and DeAngelis was looking shot all the way. Great recognition from Nick Burke. Gets up, top of the circle to challenge, and a full-out block dropping down to the ice, and that denies a beautiful chance. Still not a shot on goal yet for the Highlanders. Played a couple minutes into this first period. Definitely want to get at least one tester or 2 in soon on Matt Ficcioni, who's played just about every single minute in goal for these Red Hawks. He's been excellent.
As DeAngelis controls, gives it to Cassessa, and Cassessa from the slot finds the back of the net. What a pass there by DeAngelis from the near corner to find Cassessa for the goal.
Well, it's their first shot of the game, and it winds up in the back of the net, and 2 familiar faces teaming up yet again, Matt DeAngelis and Chris Cassessa. That is the 34th combined goal that they have scored. And for Cassessa, it's his 14th of the year. Pinpoint shot over the glove of Ficcioni. And that was all set up because Matty DeAngelis pursues the puck after the faceoff, Todd. Never gave up on it. And Cassessa, as he oftentimes does, excellent job to get himself wide open for the shot.
Really nice shot by Cassessa, able to get it up over that glove. Highlanders have tied this up 1-1. As now it's deep in the Highlanders zone. Candelino carries it out from behind the Highlander net. Out into neutral ice, Antonelli controls as he will dump it in. Chasing it around far boards is DiCarlo, as DiCarlo controls on the far boards. Now Antonelli trying to pinch down into the corner. Melrose able to get by that as the Red Wings moving it down ice, but stopped there by Tim Jones in neutral ice. So Highlanders have sent that back down in the Red Wing zone. Griffin Brady carrying it out. He'll dump it on in before he goes for a change. As Jack Feeney back behind the net for the Redhawks gets it taken away by Shane Doe. Doe feeds it forward to Antonelli. As Antonelli trying to get it to Doe now. Doe to get it out of the zone, gives it to Casesso. Casesso will carry this out into the Redhawk zone all by himself. He'll fire it towards the net, and it's handled there by Fuccione as he holds on to it. 9:50 remaining here in the first period. We are tied up at ones.
Chris Casesso challenging pretty much everybody in a red sweater, 1 against 5. He still gets a pretty dangerous shot off from a tight angle. The Redhawks do a great job to keep him outside the dots, and you got to trust that Fuccione is going to be able to come up and make those saves.
As Foley fires that one from the point, it gets knocked down by the Redhawks.
Hit DeAngelis actually, Todd, right off his backside.
DeAngelis chasing this one down behind the Highlander net. So he reverses course over to the other side. Sends it back to Foley here. As you can see, the Highlanders concentrating, changing up how they're clearing the puck from the zone. They've got somebody helping mid-boards. That's something that they've not had in the previous game, something that they've worked on this past week since the game against Everett.
You know, the game did start off with a defensive miscue, but really overall, the Highlanders through the opening 5 minutes of this game, they've been real clean in their own zone, clean in their own blue line, and large in part because the forwards have been able to help out and support the defense.
As DiCarlo gets checked to the boards there, Melrose takes it away with speed into the zone is D'Antona, and he gets ridden off the puck. Nice play defensively by the Highlanders. Now D'Antona trying to get to that one, but gets it taken away by Candelino as he got there first.
Foley did just enough there, playing the body on D'Antona to avoid an interference penalty. There comes a time where, as a defender, you do have to let that player get around you, and Foley just doing enough to stay within the rules, using his big frame real effectively.
Highlanders trying to get it up mid-boards to Antonelli, but it gets cycled deeper by the Redhawks. That time off of the glass, it gets out of the zone. The Redhawks have to reset their attack as it is dumped in, chased down by Aiden Barber behind the net. He sends it through the slot, and Griffin Brady once again will fire. That one got through. Rosas had to get rid of it. And then a nice kick there from Rosas as it was sent in by Santos. Now with speed down ice is Casesso. Once again, it's Casesso on 5. And now here come the reinforcements as Braden Hart comes in on the forecheck, gives it off to DeAngelis. Down to the corner where Casesso awaits. Cycling back to DeAngelis, out to Shane Doe. He fires that one in, and it deflects off of a Red Hawk outside the net. It's kept in at the point by Candelino. Red Hawks control behind the net, but Doe will keep it in on the far point. Good quick stick there by Casesso as he kept it from getting cleared. Another one there by Doe as he kept it in the zone too. Highlanders pressing their attack. Icing is going to be the call as the Redhawks just had to send that one down ice. 7:20 remaining in the first period. Highlanders and Redhawks tied at ones here.
Well, Brady Griffin gets another point shot through, and Colin Rosas tracking it well. A couple good saves down low, and then it leads to some transition off the rebound for the Highlanders. Braden Hart, freshman player, playing up with Chris Casesso and Matt DeAngelis. His hustle's already shown up on the score sheet once. He picked up an assist on the tying goal and made a couple real nice plays to support DeAngelis in on the forecheck, allow for that cycle to extend for the Highlanders.
Now knocked out by the Redhawks, chasing it down ice is Jack Feeney. He controls over in the corner. Seamus Foley says hello. Now Haggerty sends it back to the point. Knocked down there by DiCarlo, but he couldn't clear it out. Now that one flying around, fluttering in front of the net, hit off of Shane Doe and knocked down. Not cleared out by the Highlanders, but this time it will be cleared out by the Highlanders off the near glass, as that will go for the icing. 6:44 remaining here in the first period. Face-off will come back to the Highlanders zone.
The last game I was here with you for, Todd, was against Plymouth South, and it was a 6-2 win for the Highlanders, who are going to go shorthanded here. But player that really stood out in that game who did not get on the score sheet was Ben DiCarlo. Thought it was one of his better games in a Highlander uniform. And that time there, you see him get out to confront the shooter. Great shot block, square off the shin pads. We've seen this Red Hawks team. They've liked to use the points so far, Todd. And here now with their power play, look to be that a point of attack for them as they try and set things up with Brady Griffin patrolling things.
As dumped out there, nice job by Braden Hart as he was able to get that out of the zone. Minute 45 remaining in the power play here for the Red Hawks after the holding penalty on Shane Doe.
You don't want to be too aggressive here in this shorthanded situation. You haven't generated a lot of offense, but you've done enough to get the game tied. Got to focus here on trying to get through this penalty kill.
As they were able to squeeze the puck away, but then the puck taken away there by D'Antona. That one gloved aside. Nice job there by Rosas.
Good save. That was a real strong shot from D'Antona.
That one sent in. Rosas able to knock it away as Doyle got through to him. Now at the point trying to be cleared out. DeAngelis, he's got speed and space on shorthanded matters. She sends it all the way back, and now Foley free and clear to waste a little bit of time here. Tick, 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 tick. 53 seconds remain in the penalty. 5:30 remaining in the period.
And that is such a smart play for Matt DeAngelis. He thought he had a step, but the puck bounced on him. He was able to regroup, buy some more time, and then dropping it off to Seamus Foley. That killed about an extra 15 to 20 seconds.
As D'Antona around behind the Highlander net, carrying it all the way, gets it back to the point. Now sent out wide. Shot from the wide, blocked away by Rosas. That came from Feeney. Now they work it here near boards, all the way to the far side. Griffin Brady will fire that one in, deflected wide.
Pino almost got that in on goal. That was a dangerous looking tip, but he got the heel of his stick on it.
10 seconds remaining in the penalty as the Highlanders look like they're going to kill this one off. 5 seconds remaining. Nice job on the forecheck there by Timmy Jones, stopping any sort of flow. And the teams are at even strength as the Red Hawks have it in the Highlander zone.
Key penalty kill to get there for Somerville, and it's aided by a couple of great stops from Colin Rosas, who's really locked in after that early blunder 10 seconds in.
As Red Hawks unable to cleanly clear it. That one had a little curve to it from Pasquale Candelino as it curved in on Fuccione. He had to knock it away with the blocker.
And you could see his eyes were locked in on that puck all the way. He watched it go off his blocker. It doesn't take a lot, Todd, when that puck is wobbling like that to fool you as a goaltender.
Antonelli will dump that one in deeper as DeAngelis had some speed but couldn't quite keep the edge. Fired in by Shane Doe from the point. And Fuccione had to deal with that one off the blocker. Now mid-boards, battled about, able to be knocked out by the Red Hawks. Highlanders will range back to pick this up. Icing has been waved off as Doe will carry it. Gives it up to DeAngelis, who touches it mid-ice. No icing on that. 3:35 remaining in the period. 1-1 is your score. As Doe will keep it at the point, fires that one in, and Fuccione's going to hold on to that one. As DeAngelis was in the area, he didn't want to leave that puck bouncing.
Oh, great early penalty killing effort there for the Highlanders to keep this game tied, and then getting this game back to 5-on-5. They're able to get back on the attack, and they haven't gotten a lot of shots in this period, Todd, but I think both of these teams are going to find success the more they can incorporate their points in on the offense. And for this Highlanders team in particular, the more Shane Doe and Seamus Foley are shooting the puck, the better their offensive chances are going to be for Somerville.
As Ryan Aarons will carry this in. Doe gives him the hip to the boards, but Aarons carries through it as he goes all the way around the boards, looking to get it back here near point to Brendan Doyle, but unable to, but held up there by Santos. And now that puck gets in behind. Rosas lost it for a moment as Barber had the shot. Now a shot from the point, and the rebound opportunity for Mickey Santos was right there. He picks it up and shovels it home, and the Red Hawks lead this one 2-1. After the rebound opportunity came off, they were able to cash that one in.
And it's a tough break for Ben DiCarlo because he comes out again to block a shot, only the puck is going to ricochet back over to the line, and it's Brendan Doyle who keeps it in, sends it towards the front. He knows traffic's established there already, and Rosas down trying to track it. unable to pick it up in time. The first man there was Mikey Santos, and he's just able to chip it up and over that left pad. But the Highlanders were there, Todd. There were Highlanders in coverage, about 4 of them crowding around the house, but none of them could pick up Santos, who picks up the goal here late with under 3 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, another tough goal for the Highlanders to give up. They had the run of play here in the first period after that early goal, as well as D'Antona now. The opportunities, he fires that one in. Rosas plays it off of himself and will jump on it and hold on there as D'Antona trying to score from that tough angle here near side. 2:31 remaining in the first period. Highlanders down a goal, 2-1 to the Red Hawks, as the face-off will be in the Highlander end. DeAngelis wins that one. Candelino sends it around. Casesso far boards. Will cycle it deeper to Foley. The Highlanders looking to clear their zone. Now Braden Hart, he's getting squeezed down lower. There's Casesso to pick it up in the slot for the Highlanders. So he brings it back to Candelino, 2:10 remaining in the period. And Hart now will clear that out. As Casesso down ice, tried to get that one forward, but had it knocked off of his stick. Now Hart looking to carry in. Instead, he'll dump it, picked up by D'Antona. As D'Antona out of the zone, but stood up by Casesso as the puck is dumped into the near corner. As Antonelli chases it there.
Highlanders are going to have to find ways here, Todd, to get these pucks in deep. It's not going to come just through trying to move your feet up through neutral ice, and this isn't a Melrose team that you're going to be able to overwhelm necessarily with your speed or catch napping defensively. And so for the Highlanders, got to go back to basics, and that starts with just rimming that puck in and trying to send at least 1 or 2 guys in after it. You've got speed on this team, but the way they're structured and the way they're set up along their blue line, they know who to mark, and that's number 4 and number 7.
As that puck played forward, Pino will send it in as it will bounce off the live boards, almost get to Rosas, but Pino picked it up before it could. Now they'll play it back down to Pino on the mid boards. Skip pass over to the far side, back here to the near side. Griffin Brady fires that one in, and it's deflected wide. Brady again from the point, he'll fire that one in. Tim Jones got hold of that one, and he'll go the other direction with it. As Timmy will cycle that one on around. DiCarlo unable to pick it up. Quinn Haggerty back the other direction with speed, knocked down by Shane Doe as he blocked that shot. DiCarlo trying to clear that out. Shot from the point by Ryan, got through, and that one not quite in the net.
Off the post.
It came off the post, the top cross post. As the Red Hawks have that puck behind the net, and now the net has come off the moorings.
Well, Brady Griffins has not been shy about shooting the puck. He gets another opportunity here. The Red Hawks keeping the pressure applied. They've been so good holding in pucks. And he gets that shot through. I'm not sure who got the tip, but it was up and over that right arm of Rosas, and it just hit off, looked like that corner of the crossbar in the post before landing in the crease.
As the Highlanders win this face-off, 30 seconds remaining in the period. Time for another rush here as Casesso into the attacking zone. He'll fire that one towards the net. Fuccione, no problem whatsoever, like you were talking about, Tyler. They need to get the ball deeper into the zone to get their attack fully going against such a veteran senior goalie, the captain of the team, like Fuccione.
Well, if you prefer a basketball analogy, you're not just going to be able to walk the dog up the court. You've got to press here, and that's going to involve, yes, moving your feet and using your feet to get pucks out, but you've got to get pucks in deep as well and try and see if you can get your forecheck in after it, because we've seen what this team can do when their forecheck is engaged, all 3 guys going after that puck.
As Doe fires his second shot in from the point, that one goes high. 4 seconds remaining. DeAngelis trying to pick it out against the boards to get one more shot in, but unable to, and that will do it for the first period of action here from the Vet tonight as the Highlanders trail the Red Hawks of Melrose by the score of 2-1. We will be back for second period action here on Somerville NTV in just a moment. We are back at the Vet. Veterans Memorial Arena here in Somerville as the Highlanders take on of Melrose. Melrose leading 2-1 after the first period. Goals by Finn Brady and Mikey Santos. Highlanders got their goal of a beautiful assist by Matt DeAngelis out to Chris Casesso, as Casesso got his 14th goal of the season. Highlanders down by a goal, but played well in that first period. Tyler Arago along with Todd, Harmon. Tyler, what are we looking for in the second?
Well, they had good moments defensively in that period, Todd, against the Melrose team that had the bulk of the pressure. So now for the Highlanders, you've trailed twice in this game. Can you find a way to even the scales out a little bit and see if you can generate some traffic and pressure onto Matt Ficcioni, who you didn't really get much on, but when you did, it ended up in the back of the net.
So the Highlanders dumped this one in. Antonelli playing it behind the net. It will come away with D'Antona, though, but the Highlanders keep it in. As Candelino able to hold it in, squeezing down from the point, and Candelino has a nice forecheck there for the Highlanders as they kept it in the attacking zone. Tim Jones down in the corner along with Candelino, carried out by Aiden Ryan, but stolen away again by Candelino.
Real active shift there for Candelino, a couple times activating and moving his feet, challenging pucks and helping to support Casesso there down low in the corner.
Now DeAngelis jumps into the forecheck there, isn't able to get it away, but the puck now back down deep in the zone as Casesso mixing it up a little bit behind the play with McLean. McLean will come away with the puck out of the zone as he carries it into the Highlander zone, fires that one wide of the net. Highlanders looking to pick it up as DeAngelis does from behind the Highlander net. Speed through neutral ice is Matt DeAngelis personified, but it will be an offsides call as I think Braden Hart got in just a little bit earlier on the far side.
Yeah, it looked like Hart just couldn't time it right in over the line, and that brings the play offside. And you see earlier, Seamus Foley having to defend more towards the middle, trying to trust Colin Rosas to make a save. And I'm not sure if Foley got a piece of that, but I think Rosas did, helping to force that shot wide.
And DeAngelis will come away from the faceoff as he fires that one wide to the near side. Braden Hart got to it in the corner, kept in by Shane Doe at the point. Hart and DeAngelis in the slot trying to get that one. Comes away to Candelino, fires that one towards the net, gloved by Fuccione.
And DeAngelis didn't miss the mark by much, but it was Anders, I believe it was, yes, Anders Giuliano who stepped in front last minute to just send that puck wide of the near post. Love the stick-to-itiveness, though. Hart continuing to show his work, and unfortunately, it was a rather easy glove save for Ficcioni. That puck knuckled in on him.
As Doe dumps that in from the point, Melrose will cycle it back to the near side as Hart got a stick on that one, trying to come away from the boards with it, but instead Melrose sends it across the way. As it is tipped out by Feeney, chased down, but DeAngelis will get control, gives it over to Shane Doe. Now Feeney on the forecheck, able to get that puck, sends it out to the point where it's kept in. As Haggerty carries it in behind the Highlander net. All the way here near boards now, Haggerty with it, sends it back to the point where it gets cycled deeper. DeAngelis trying, or I should say Candelino trying to carry that one away. Kept in at the point by Giuliano. That one sent towards the net. Rosas was able to knock it aside with the blocker up high as it goes wide of the net on the shot from the point. Hart trying to clear this out, but it's kept in for a moment. Now the Redhawks have to clear the zone as that puck will be dumped in. Everybody going for a change.
And that was another point shot there from the Redhawks. Giuliano got it through, and real great reaction from Rosas, who never saw it, but he flexed out that right leg just in the nick of time to make a great reaction save.
The Highlanders far side chasing it down. Shane Doe, but the Redhawks come up with it. It's right in front of us. Candelino able to poke it right back into the zone, but that'll be an offside as Casesso wasn't quite clear as he picked up the puck. The faceoff will come right in front of us near side. Don't forget, coming up this Friday, there is a battle coming at Broome Fieldhouse for the GBL lead in girls basketball as the Lynn Classical Rams, they're number one in the GBL currently, come in to face the Highlanders on Friday night at 6:30. Come out to Broome Fieldhouse or watch it here on Somerville Ed TV. It's a battle for first place in the GBL. If you're watching it, make sure you mash the buttons like, share, subscribe, get those subscriptions up for us.
It's been a tremendous winter season, and especially for these boys out on the ice. They've won 6 out of their first 10 games. It's going to be a battle, though, tonight.
As the rebound given up that time by Rosas as he was trying to corral it. A stick got in. I believe that was Griffin Brady yet again, as he was able to get his stick in there and get it through the 5-hole. So the hill gets higher for the Highlanders to climb, as we're going to get a change in net. Damian Jackson will come in for Colin Rosas. Rosas, difficult night for Colin, just never really got started on the right foot after that early goal.
Yeah, I thought he settled in well after that. Another tough one, though, with the rebound getting left out in front. He didn't have a chance to cover it, but the Highlanders, that's twice now in this game. They've been in and around their own net, but they're not solidifying the house. They're not protecting the house. And that's an easy chip-in goal for Mikey Santos, similar to how he scored in the first on that rebound from the point.
That one fired from the point there by Nick Burke. And really quickly, Damian Jackson getting some work as he has to whip the glove out to hold on to that one. 11:10 remaining here in the second period. Highlanders down by 2, 3-1. Face-off will stay in the Highlander end as they have the new goalie in, Damian Jackson.
That's how you want to get into a game early, coming in off the bench cold. You get that glove nice and warmed up. That's a good save, good shot to see from distance. And he was able to see it all the way into that catching glove. And now from there, you just try and go one save at a time, make the saves you're supposed to make. And as a backup coming into this spot, you just want to give your team a chance to try and get back into this game down by 2 goals.
As Braden Hart clears that across neutral ice into the Red Hawk zone. DeAngelo's trying to pick a pocket there. Hart kept it in on the forecheck. As they cycle it back here towards the point, as DiCarlo will send that one right back down into the zone. Handled by Giuliano. As Hart came down on him, he sent it away. Now with speed through neutral ice is D'Antona, as D'Antona will send that one towards the net, and an assist will go for D'Antona. As coming in from the near side for the goal was, let's see here, Ray Willis.
I believe it was either Willis or Barber. It might have been Barber. Nope, 8, not 18. It is Willis cashing in on a great cross-crease feed from Justin D'Antona. The Highlanders just got caught, unable to hold the line. They had 3 guys bunched up at the far side of the point, and Foley just didn't know who to play there. In that instance, Foley was a bit 50-50. He was trying to cover more so the middle, and D'Antona, with a bit of patience, holds onto it, delivers it across, and it's just a great finish there from Willis to help the Red Hawks expand their lead here in the second.
The Highlanders now have it out in the Red Hawks end, as Tim Jones behind the net sent it out, but the Red Hawks able to clear it from the zone, sent back in by DiCarlo, or Candelino, I should say. Now the Red Hawks able to get it out of the zone, fire that one down, and it goes out into the Red Hawks bench area. Face-off will stay in neutral ice. 9:53 remaining here in the second period. Things have turned around with these 2 goals by the Red Hawks early on here, the first half of this period. So the Highlanders have to show what they can do to come back in this situation.
And they haven't done enough in their own zone. That's really where it starts. You're down by 3 goals, and yeah, you haven't really generated much offensively, but a lot of your issues have stemmed from back within your own zone. I don't think they've done enough to help their goaltenders out here tonight. That last goal really indicative. Damian Jackson, the second shot he faces, it's a 2-on-1. Really not a chance for him to try and settle into this game. Now you're down by 3, and if you don't change how you're defending here and your defensive identity, it's going to be hard to get back into this game.
That puck whipped towards the net by Ben DiCarlo from the corner, held on to by Fuccione. Very technical there with the skate up against the post, and was able to take care of it in the glove.
Yeah, good form there down in that RVH position, doing a real nice job to defend the shallow area of his net, but also with that stick being in the opposite hand. You don't see that with too many southpaw goaltenders, Todd, and with that stick turned out on the backhand, it's a real effective way to defend against those centering passes.
So the Highlanders win the face-off. DeAngelis, battling for it behind the net. Red Hawks will come away with it as Griffin Brady carries it out, sent all the way down ice. That will go for the icing as the faceoff will come back to the Red Hawks zone. 9:12 remaining in the second period.
And this is an area here, an attacking zone faceoff. You haven't had much going in the game, but you've got DeAngelis out there on the ice, and they're not going to overload things with Chris Casesso here down by 3 goals, but this is an opportunity for Matty to try and win a faceoff and see if he can set something up here offensively for his team.
Islanders got their goal off of a DeAngelis faceoff win, where his battling for that win led to an assist. As the Red Hawks pull it off the near boards, able to clear it from the zone. Jack Feeney is out on the far side, breaking in. Nice job by Shane Doe with the poke. As Doe will pick it up, sends it here near side to Foley. As Foley sends that down ice. No icing there as it's picked up by the Red Hawks. Clear or forecheck for the Highlanders, as coming across was DiCarlo, but he couldn't quite get it onto net. And then the puck sent well high as it deflected off of a stick out of bounds. We will keep the face-off in the Red Hawk zone.
Oh, Matt DeAngelis, you know he's not the biggest guy out on the ice, but the effort is double the size as he goes into Griffin Brady's corner, and he shows zero fear. Topples the big defender, wins a puck, gets a good backhander on that Fuccioni's able to fight off with the far leg, and then Ben DiCarlo, just not tall enough or long enough. He couldn't reach around the traffic to try and tip that rebound on net.
Very fast speed down ice. Speaking of speed, Justin D'Antona, as he got to the puck just after Damian Jackson was able to put the glove to it.
That's something that the Highlanders, though, can bookmark. That's a blueprint you want to try and follow and replicate and build off with how DeAngelis leads the way. 5 foot something. He's not the biggest or strongest guy, but with how he plays and his effort, can really be a galvanizing spark, and the Highlanders are going to need all they can find here with still plenty of time to go in this second period, Todd. 8 minutes and change.
As D'Antoni pulls it out of the corner, gets it back to the point, Giuliano cycles it down deeper. Foley trying to get control of the puck, but the Red Hawks will control at the point. That fired in, blocked by Antonelli. As Antonelli gets the check far boards, D'Antoni picks it up. D'Antoni will cycle it down deeper, into the near corner. Hoskins has it there. Picked up D'Antoni as he sent that one towards the net. And that will be handled by Damian Jackson as he put the glove down on the ice to cover it.
And Melrose just continuing to impress with how they're able to move the puck around the zone. Multiple guys getting touches. The offense is just so mobile with everyone not standing still, no stationary play. Everyone's moving around, and D'Antoni just seems to be in the middle of everything. Executes a real nice give and go there with Mikey Santos, who's got a pair here tonight. And that line in particular for the Red Hawks really has been generating shift after shift. It's starting to wear the Highlanders down, and they've been a handful here in their own zone.
Brendan Doyle carries this in all the way down, all the way around, leaving at the point. Pino, as he will fire that one, and it gets deflected wide. Now chasing it around Feeney. As Feeney has it mid-boards, he'll cycle it back deeper. Now Haggerty in the corner. Gives that off. Pino carries it out. Sent it back to the point. Sent back in, though, by Feeney as the Highlanders unable to clear. Once again, unable to clear as Giuliano sent that back in. Now the Red Hawks unable to keep that one in, so they will have to clear the zone as Doyle carries it all the way back, and it's dumped in by Haggerty. As Pino will chase it down near corner. And now an opportunity for DeAngelis as the mishit gives him the chance going the other direction. He'll sweep in, try to get it forward towards Fuccioni, but just couldn't quite get enough velocity on that.
Well, he's going to draw a penalty, though, with that straight-ahead speed. Highlanders able to finally nullify a play at their own line. The Red Hawks have done a great job tonight, keeping pucks in, aggressive and strong at the point. Giuliano kept it in at first, but off the shot block, DeAngelis just accelerates from really 0 to 100 in no time. And if not for that hook from Brendan Doyle, he probably gets a much better scoring chance off. Fuccioni, though, with that paddle down, covers up, and the power play now for the Highlanders needs to find a way here to produce.
As they win the face-off to Foley at the point, he'll take the shot. Fuccione had eyes on it the entire way and gloves it and holds on.
Well, you win the face-off. You've been able to find offense off of these face-off wins, but that time, no traffic goes towards the net, and that's where Tim Jones needs to find himself for the Highlanders. He's that big-bodied presence on the power play, and he's only going to be so effective as far as how much he could get in front of in terms of the ice in front of the goal.
So Foley will cycle this back as the Highlanders, 1:40 remaining in the power play, setting things up. Foley back over to Shane Doe. Doe will carry it in. As Doe comes in, he'll shoot that if he gets it open. Instead, he goes around behind the net. Gives off far side to Casesso. Nice job there by McLean as he stole it away. Now D'Antona is in. His shot goes wide to the far side. The Red Hawks cycle it down deeper, shorthanded. Highlanders trying to dig it out here. Seconds ticking away as DeAngelis will pick this up and carry it out. Under 6 minutes remaining in the period. Casesso on the near side. He settles things, looks for his teammates. There's Foley. Foley over to Doe. Far point. Doe cycles it deeper. DeAngelis in the far corner. Back out to Doe at the point. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. DeAngelis comes in a little bit, gives to Casesso. Casesso to Foley. Foley fires. And Fuccione, quick whistle on that one as Fuccione didn't quite hold very tightly there, but held on long enough.
Well, Foley did a great job to adjust his grip and to adjust the positioning of his stick to catch that rink-wide feed from Casesso. It allows for him to get a much quicker shot off, and Fuccione, to his credit, adjusts his body well, and that puck looked like it disappeared into his chest protector at first. I can't necessarily fault the official, who's more so behind the goal there. He blows the whistle. It's a tough break, perhaps, for the Highlanders, but some good momentum here building on this power play. They've got to try and string it together more as this unit stays out.
As DeAngelis sends it across ice, Seamus Foley sends it into the slot looking for DeAngelis. Actually, it's Matt DiCarlo, or Ben DiCarlo, I should say. And DiCarlo held there. His stick was not able to get through on that one.
That was all Jack Feeney there for the Red Hawks. He took away another scoring chance.
The puck rolling along the top of the boards. Foley knocks it down. Hand is in the air as we're going to have another man advantage for the Highlanders. It looks like 7 seconds of two-man advantage, and then Haggerty goes to the box as well for the Red Hawks, and he will serve his time.
Well, Foley just floats a beautiful little touch pass into the middle, and Ben DiCarlo couldn't get free because of the stick from Feeney. Terrific defensive play there from the forward. And then Foley once again in the middle of things for the Highlanders. He activates along the near side boards, and as he tries to step around to check, that Paul Bunyan-like chop from Quinn Haggerty sends the stick right out of his hands, and it's going to be a very brief 5-on-3 for the Highlanders. But you've got that 7 seconds. Got to also keep an eye out on the penalty box because the manpower is going to shift quickly.
No doubt about that. Watch for a quick outlet pass if the Red Hawks get it, as the face-off still being fought for, and now Shane Doe in neutral ice as the man came out, but he's able to keep control as Foley dumps it in. Casesso far boards, looks to settle it. He's got D'Antona on him. As Tim Jones comes to help, it squirts out to Doe, who gives it to Casesso. Now Casesso, he'll circle back. Gives it to DeAngelis in the slot, back out to Casesso. As Feeney is right there on DeAngelis. Casesso, far side. D'Antona able to come away with it, and he got past Doe. He's got speed down ice as he goes in and puts it home for the Red Hawks as he goes sliding into the referee. So we've not had a signal yet, but definitely got into the net as short-handed Justin D'Antona gets on the board with his first goal.
Man, he just wouldn't be denied that time, Todd. It was a marked man on Chris Casesso. And the thing about that goal is it doesn't start in the neutral zone or at the attacking blue line. It's all the work he did defensively, killing the penalty. Terrific job on Casesso a couple times, able to disrupt some of those short passing plays. And then he gets a chance up ice after Shane Doe was unable to get his pass back down the boards. Foley nearly got back in time. Did enough to avoid a penalty, but D'Antona just protects that puck so well, draws Jackson across the crease, and then fires it back against the grain.
Timeout on the ice, 4:14 remaining in the second period. A minute 19 remaining in the Highlander man advantage, but the shorty put in by the Redhawks as Justin D'Antona was able to put that one in. Highlanders, just that mountain keeps getting taller and taller in front of the Highlanders, Tyler.
And the air just keeps coming out of that balloon more and more, and nothing is really more deflating than the shorthanded goal, especially considering that it's on back-to-back power play opportunities. You get some chances on that first wave and you don't convert, but you get another chance right after. And to not be able to execute and then to have that blow up in your face defensively, real tough blow for a team that's had to absorb a few tough blows here tonight, starting just 10 seconds into this game. And give full credit to the Redhawks. They've taken advantage of each and every chance they've gotten. They force a goaltender pull, and really, Todd, I don't think it was a goaltender pull based on overall performance. I mean, of course, for Rosas and company, you'd love that first goal back, but I think that was more of a wake-up call to the team, leaving too many loose pucks out in front, too many secondary chances. But that time there for D'Antona, no secondary chance needed. I mean, he just overwhelmed all 5 guys out on the ice, and that's really how it's been tonight for Melrose as a team. They've overwhelmed the Highlanders. And Somerville, 4:14 to go in the second, $1:19 to go on the power play. See if you can salvage things here and try and turn things around before period number 3.
That's a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the Highlanders need that single goal here, especially on the power play. It's their best opportunity right here with the man advantage. Minute 10 remaining in that advantage as DiCarlo gets it to DeAngelis, across to Braden Hart. DeAngelis, and that will go in. As DeAngelis batting at the puck with the stick in front, the goalie Fuccione was well out of the play. I think Feeney had a stick down there trying to keep DeAngelis away, but he was able to poke it in, it looked like.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered for Somerville. They come right back in on their power play to get a goal back. DeAngelis, with help from Ben DiCarlo, who's such an under-heralded part of this power play unit. I'm not sure if Ben will factor in on that goal with perhaps an assist. I think he should, because he's right in the middle of everything. That's DeAngelis trying to get it across to Casesso. He draws Fuccione out of the net, and then it's just a mad scramble. Red and white jerseys all going back into that blue ice, and DeAngelis ultimately gets the last whack at it, but give major props to Ben DiCarlo for sticking his nose in there to make that goal happen.
So the Highlanders cut it back to a 3-goal game with that power play goal. 3:40 remaining in the second period. As over on the far corner, Feeney feeds it out to the point. Shot goes high above. And that will stay in the Highlander zone. 3:34 remaining in the second period. Highlanders down 5-2, but they have life after that power play goal. As Tim Jones will take the face-off against Haggerty. Highlanders win this one. Whipped around the boards as Casesso tries to get it out, but is unable to as he's checked off. Cycled down deeper by Feeney. And on the far boards, Doyle will send it back in. Now taken out by Shane Doe, but unable to be carried out. As Tim Jones able to knock that one out, and now Casesso is in. He's got Jones with him. As Casesso pulls the string, gives it off to Timmy, and Timmy whiffs.
Tim is going to want that one back because he did just about everything right to join the rush, open himself up. Casesso trying to deliver that pass, and he slipped it right through the defense. That was Adam Belade who was back there. Great pass across. It would have set up a gorgeous-looking shot. That's a tough one to see go by the boards there for the Highlanders, especially late here in this period with Casesso. Always dangerous getting up on the rush like that.
Aaron's tried to clear that out. Foley sends that in. Had to be handled by Fuccione as he sticks it aside. Kept in at the point. Nice job by DiCarlo, or Candelino, I should say. Now DeAngelis, far corner, spinning away, gets it back. As Candelino fires that one in. And Fuccione able to hang on to it yet again. 2:33 remaining in the period.
And you'd like to see Candelino try and get that shot a little lower. It was blocked up high off one of the Redhawks on the way through, and Fuccione did a great job. He was already down low on the ice reacting to that block shot. He reaches out with that glove to cover it up quickly as the Highlanders now showing a bit of renewed life here in the offensive zone. They're hanging around the net more, and they're starting to make plays, working pucks back up and using their points more.
Redhawks win that face-off and send the puck down ice as Foley will pick it up. Now Candelino with it as he will carry it out of the Highlander end. Braden Hart picks it up in neutral ice and skates it into the attacking zone, but the Redhawks able to clear it away. D'Antona once again, here he is, as he sends it back behind himself looking for, I believe it was Willis, but he got past Willis and now down into the corner where DeAngelis is looking to pull it away, but the Redhawks maintain control. Candelino battling down there in the corner. The Redhawks come away with it as D'Antona with it now. D'Antona whiffs on that one. What leaves it, though, is the shot sent forward by Willis once again.
Jackson got a piece of that, but it leaked through him on the stick side. He had to look over his shoulder there after he made that tough save on a hard shot through traffic.
Highlanders trying to clear this one. DeAngelis will be able to clear it as it gets all the way through. Fuccione with the stick sends it back out. Now Doyle over to Haggerty. Haggerty dumps it in as Feeney chases it down against the boards. With the skate, he sent it across into the slot, and he had the opportunity, but that was taken care of by Jackson. As Feeney comes around the net, he'll send it back to the point off the boards. That one gets deflected wide of the net as Jackson lost his stick for a moment, was able to grab it again, and that one's going to get into the net. I think that's Haggerty who put that one in as Jackson lost his stick for a moment, wasn't quite able to resettle himself once he got it.
It's more of the same in the defensive zone for the Highlanders. They just can't get pucks out. They can't get to pucks. The Redhawks, once again, just about first to every loose puck, and they're winning a majority of these 50-50 battles. Jackson down scrambling, able to get the stick back in hand. He made a few saves down low, protecting the short side, stops the wraparound, but then once again, it's a rebound opportunity, squirts out in front. Haggerty rams it home, and the Highlanders, when they go back and look at this game, they're going to be shaking their heads defensively because it's not as if they're not there, Todd. They are there in numbers, but they're not making the plays.
Plenty of white jerseys around the goal, but no sticks down, able to get the puck away from the net, and that's the problem, as those rebounds are being found by the boys in red.
And you can only ask your goaltender to make that first save, and they've gotten those saves originally from both their netminders tonight, and Jackson was under some duress there in that final minute. Those are moments in the hockey game where you know you need to get that puck out any ways possible.
20 seconds remaining in the period, and watch out, here is coming in on another rush are the Redhawks. Tonello whiffed on that one, though, as he's seeing his first ice time. Redhawks keep it in under 10 seconds left. That's sent in by Giuliano, but it's knocked down as one of the Redhawks skates got in the way. We'll have a whistle as icing will be the call. The faceoff will come back to the Highlander in 2.5 seconds remaining in the period.
Oh, we saw Tim Jones be unable to catch a pass on a 2-on-1, and that time the Redhawks, they've scored a couple times on plays like that, getting up ice at the point of attack. And another beautifully laid pass across from D'Antona, and Tonello is going to look back at that one and say, gee, I need to hit the net that time.
As Melrose clears the goalie for this faceoff in the Highlander end, but no avail. There's a 2.5 seconds tick away. That will do it for the second period of action here from the Vet, as the Highlanders trail going to the third, 6-2. We'll be back for that third period action here from the Vet on Somerville Ed TV in a moment. We are back at the Vet, Veterans Memorial Arena in Somerville, where the Highlanders trail the Redhawks of Melrose by the score of 6-2. Todd Harmon alongside Tyler Orrego here on Somerville Ed TV. We've got third period action coming to you, and Tyler, the Highlanders just keep getting that mountain higher and higher, and really they're having a hard time clearing those pucks out from in front of their net. The rebounds are killing them.
It's been a real tough night in terms of how the periods have shifted. I thought the way they started this game, they were doing a pretty effective job in terms of getting pucks out, crisps on their passes in terms of outletting pucks from their own zone. But in that second period, Melrose, to their credit, really found an extra gear to their game offensively. They were able to find ways to apply more and more pressure, winning more of those 50-50 pucks. They've incorporated their points well. Griffin Brady's had himself a pretty active night, a couple of assists and a goal. He's getting shots through, and it's leading to rebound chances, which they've capitalized on. And meanwhile, for the Highlanders, you just can't really say much of the same. They've had their spurts against Fucione. They've given him some difficulty tonight. It's led to a couple goals, but the overall body of work just not strong enough to hold up against what Melrose has been able to do.
It's the Highlander goal scored by Casesso. Chris Casesso, his 14th of the season, and Matt DeAngelis, his 21st of the season. They're going to need more of that here in the third period if they want to get back in this game and get their 7th win of this season, as we are about to get underway here at center ice as DeAngelis wins the faceoff. Highlanders chase it down in their end as Foley will have it behind the net. Feeney, who's had a great game for the Redhawks, is back there with Foley. Casesso will carry it into the attacking zone. Back to DeAngelis. DeAngelis back to Foley, now over to Doe on the far point. So they try to center it into the slot to DeAngelis, cutting through, but it bounces out of the zone.
Tough break there as looked like DeAngelis and Casesso are working something along the near boards, but Quinn Haggerty, he's been a blanket almost over whether it's been DeAngelis or Casesso. The forwards for these Redhawks covering very well defensively.
As DeAngelis trying to find Casesso, going through the slot there. But once again, Feeney, an excellent job defensively, was right on Casesso. As they're going to be able to clear the puck out, carried out by Pino. Pino has D'Antona down there with him as D'Antona will carry it away from behind the Highlander net. D'Antona holds up for a moment, and his pass is pulled away by Shane Doe. But Doe ridden off by D'Antona. As D'Antona, a very, very strong game for the Redhawks. Highlanders trying to clear this out of the zone in front of us as Foley will get it. Gives it over to Casesso. Casesso gives it to Hart. As Hart through neutral ice into the attacking zone. He fires that one. Blocker down. Handled easily by Fucione. That one sent through the crease up high in the air. Near boards here sent out by the Redhawks. DiCarlo sends that one back in as Antonelli tries to chase it, but it's sent out by the Redhawks. Battle ensues right in front of us here, here on the boards with Antonelli there, along with DiCarlo. Comes out into the Redhawks zone as D'Antona will chase it down into the corner with Timmy Jones. Once again, things slowing down along the boards. The Redhawks perfectly happy to keep it there with a 4-goal lead as we're going to have a stoppage here. 2:55 remaining in the game. Highlanders down by 4 goals.
Well, some positives for the Highlanders. Certainly the play of Braden Hart, a young player inserted this season into the lineup, and he's got 2 assists here on both the goals tonight, and just trying to see if he can get anything going here with that shot from outside the dots. May have saw some daylight on the short side, but Fucione's been solid there all throughout the night.
Braden Hart doubling up his assists on the season, as now he has 4. As cutting in is going to be McLean. He gets cleaned right there by Casesso in the slot. Out in neutral ice now. Touch to D'Antona as he is into the attacking zone. Casesso defending him. Tried to get that one off to McLean. McLean whiffed on it, and now Casesso has speed into the Melrose zone. As Casesso gets it poked away, though. Nice poke there by Griffin Brady.
2-on-1.
Breaking in was D'Antona. Shot was put in for, handled by Damian Jackson there with the stick. Don't forget, coming up this Friday at Bruin Fieldhouse, 6:30. The Rams of Lynn Classical, first place in the GBL, will be on the line as the Highlanders can tie them for first place with a victory at Bruin Fieldhouse this Friday night. January 24th, 6:30. Watch it on Somerville Ed TV. If you can't make it to Bruin Fieldhouse, make sure you like, share, subscribe, sign up for those notifications so you know when we have the live coverage here on Somerville Ed TV. Is Melrose able to keep it in at the point? And now Barber from the far corner sends it here to the near side. Burke will keep it in. Back to the point. That shot sent up into the air came off of Casesso's stick, or I should say Antonelli's stick.
Yeah, good shot block there from Antonelli, who's played tonight with an active stick. He's had an active presence, real strong defensively in terms of how he's been able to block shots and get a hold of some loose pucks, really forcing the issue.
So the Highlanders able to win this one. Antonelli comes away with it after some good work there. Redhawks able to knock it back out into neutral ice. Braden Hart picks it up there. Now Ben DiCarlo sends it around. Hart on the near boards. Looks to clear it out, but is unable to as Haggerty has it. Haggerty fires that one wide of the Highlander net. Shot in from the point by Burke as it goes wide to the far side. Carried in by Giuliano. Giuliano gets it taken away behind the Highlander net as Tim Jones. Good positioning there by Jones on the check. Highlanders still unable to clear those. Giuliano comes across and is able to keep it in. Now Antonelli unable to clear it out. Feeney able to keep it in. He will come across into the slot. Fire that one as it goes wide to the near side. Now from the point, shot by Burke. That's blocked by Hart. As Braden Hart has the opportunity back the other direction. He chases it down into the corner as Haggerty rides him down. Redhawks trying to get it back the other direction, but off of a skate of Feeney as DeAngelis gives it off to Foley, who tries to dump it in, but it came right off of Haggerty. Now DeAngelis, he'll carry it in, looking for some help. He's got Costa with him. Backhand by DeAngelis gets in to Fuccione, but he holds on tight as he has been strong in between the pipes for Melrose, just very well positioned. Always seems to be right there under control, except for that second goal by the Highlanders where he got kind of removed from the play.
And nothing's going to fool him there, not even that backhand from DeAngelis, who was trying to buy time. I think Matt was trying to hand that puck off to somebody waiting for help, and it just never came. Still able to get a pretty good shot away, and Fuccione just remained square.
As Doe from the point gets his shot blocked, he will glove it down, fire it again. That one got through, but Fuccione able to stick it aside. Now this will get back to the point, sent right back in by Matt Pinero, getting his first time on the ice. As Costa dealing with it there in the corner, got pushed off. Casesso chasing it down. Haggerty will send it out, but he can't clear it as DeAngelis was able to knock it back. Haggerty meeting Casesso as he was trying to turn it back. Casesso came away with it. DeAngelis in the slot, just couldn't quite control as Griffin Brady was able to get the stick in there. Now the puck out in front of the net. Can the Highlanders get it going the right direction? But they can't, as Melrose able to clear out of the zone. Pino with speed into the attacking zone. Highlanders able to clear it away now as Casesso will carry. As D'Antona, he's going to get whistled for the foul. As the hand is up, Highlanders go for the extra attacker as Shane Doe into the attacking zone off the left blocker of Fuccione. And now the Redhawks are able to get it away from DeAngelis, and we will have the power play for the Highlanders. They do have a power play goal, but they also have given up a shorthanded goal on the same exact power play, Tyler.
You've seen the plus side and the negative side of this Highlander power play, and you certainly can't afford another shorthanded goal. So an opportunity here with time left to go in the period to try and chisel away some more at this lead, and your power play has been a source of strength, especially here at home. So an opportunity, despite being down by 4, you've got time to play with here in this third period. You don't want to let it go to waste, especially on this power play.
So the Highlanders win the face-off on the power play with the man advantage. 9 minutes remaining in the game, trailing by 4. As they play it around behind the net, DiCarlo picks it up in the corner. Now Tim Jones. Jones flashes it through the slot, backhander by Foley, gets blocked down and cleared away by Ray Willis. Now, Doe collecting it in the Highlanders' end, forecheck by McLean. As McLean really causing troubles there for the Highlanders, seconds ticking away here. As Foley will be able to bring it out for the Highlanders. Plays it forward to Tim Jones. As Jones carries it into the zone. Sends it across to Foley, who's pinched all the way down into the corner. Melrose able to get that away, and the puck squirts out past Shane Doe at the point. Casesso will set the attack. 1:05 remaining in the man advantage. Casesso gives it off to Doe. It's Doe through neutral ice, gives it to DeAngelis. Back to Doe at the point, back to DeAngelis mid-boards. As Matt DeAngelis defended closely there, gets it to Foley. Foley fires the shot, and right there, Fuccione, perfect positioning, sliding right across along with the pass.
Tracking it well and seeing the puck well. It's a good setup for the Highlanders, who finally able to get this puck in over the line. They're able to work a pass across with Casesso calling for it. Instead it finds Foley, but Fuccione hasn't had to deal with a lot in terms of traffic in front, and the way he's been seeing the puck, no surprise that it stuck to him.
Highlanders win the faceoff. 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Casesso surveys the ice, gets it to Doe, over to Foley. Foley, tight angle shot, looking for the near side, bounces off the netting. Now back to Foley on the far boards. Foley across the slot to Casesso near side, got past him. He's got to fight for it with Feeney. Now DeAngelis tries to keep it in the zone, but the Red Hawks able to clear. 16 seconds remaining in the man advantage as Doe carries it in. Doe gets it back to DeAngelis. DeAngelis drops it over here near side. Candelino battling there. Casesso tries to keep it in, but is unable to. Now Feeney, he'll carry it in. The man advantage is over. Teams at equal strength. As Foley has it behind the Highlander net, comes around out with it. As he sends it to DeAngelis, but miscommunication behind him, so the Red Hawks will pick up the puck. Now Candelino with speed was able to steal that away. Actually strike that. Ben DiCarlo with speed stole that one away. DiCarlo having an excellent game out there. It's Braden Hart with the check. Foley picks up the puck. Now DeAngelis into the Red Hawk zone. Takes on 3 Red Hawks. Gets through all the way with the puck. So finally surrenders the puck in the corner. It's DiCarlo trying to keep that in, but not quite able to. Now DeAngelis gets it over. Braden Hart plays it off the boards. Out into the zone. Now Foley will pick it up neutral ice. He'll fire that one in far side. Tim Jones along the boards. Nice job by Timmy as he brings it out. Gets it back to Foley at the point. The shot by Foley. Once again, Fuccione. He's got his eyes on number 21 and knows he likes to shoot.
And again, there's just no traffic out in front. Somerville able to find ways this time across the line. They incorporate the points. They get Foley an open lane to step into, but if Fuccione can see it, he's going to stop it, and the Highlanders just haven't done enough here tonight throughout this game to really help benefit their points out by getting that net front traffic in front of a very solid goaltender.
Doe's point shot goes up over the net. Red Hawks have it near boards. Sent back in by Doe. Highlanders doing a good job keeping the attack on here. As DiCarlo unable to get to that puck, and now it's going to be sent out by Belade, his first time on the ice. As Tonello now, far corner, tries to spin and send it across the slot. Instead winds up with Barber. As Barber couldn't quite settle it out in front of the net. That one sent in from the point, knocked down by the Highlander defense. Now Braden Hart has the opportunity driving in near side. As once again another Highlander into the attacking zone. No other yellow sweater, or I should say white sweaters, anywhere around them.
And they have to settle that time for a broken play along the wing. They just have not been able to get themselves together here on the same page. It's been a tough game really offensively since that 1-1 tie. You give up the next 5 goals in the game, and it really just sets you so far behind the 8 ball. You're chasing, you're behind, and that only really leads to you falling further out of your structure. And we know when this team is not abiding by their structure how bad things can look. That's just one of those nights here tonight against a very good and talented Melrose team, make no mistake.
Candelino will dump that in under 5 minutes remaining in the game.
I mean, we knew, Todd, that this Red Hawks team was a lot better than 5-6, and they have shown it in full force through nearly 3 full periods.
No doubt about that, as Candelino was able to steal that away on the forecheck, but now the Red Hawks able to clear it. As Doe gets it here near side to Foley, he'll dump it towards the zone. DeAngelis unable to pick that up. It's Candelino challenging for it a little bit, and there is DeAngelis gloving it down to himself, but Melrose able to pick it up. Highlanders just can't quite penetrate the zone down deep. and keep the possession in the zone. And when they are able to, they get the shot on the Fuccione, but they can't get the traffic, as we've talked about, in front of Fuccione. And if he sees it, he's going to stop it. As Doe fires that one, you see once again as he kicks that one aside. Fuccione very well positioned, very good vision as well.
And such a great safety valve to have back there when you know you have trust in your goaltender, when you know that he can come up with saves at a variety of different difficulties. And the Highlanders, they haven't done enough to test him really in this game, but as a goaltender, you can only make the saves on the shots you face, and he's been pretty darn good on all of them.
As Tim Jones keeps that in to the Highlander zone, battling mid-boards, Braden Hart over there as well. Back behind the net now. DiCarlo along with Hart. Antonelli as well comes in, but the Red Hawks come away with it. Brendan Doyle, he'll get it out of the zone. As Feeney now able to dump it in. Highlanders have the empty net. Extra skater is on for them. As 3 minutes remain, they try to get something going, trailing by 4. Now Braden Hart will get it. Sends that up ice. That's going to get all the way through. Watch out now. Watch out. The senior captain looking for his own goal there as he wanted to go net to net.
Wasn't close. He wasn't close particularly on that. It looked like he was shooting it over towards the glass, but looks like he's capable of playing the puck, and if Somerville wants to play with this empty net, that could very well be a possibility. You want to keep it away from him.
Candelino driving into the attacking zone. He goes behind the net. Pass is picked off by Pino as he sends that forward looking for Feeney. Feeney ridden off at center ice. Here comes Doe into the attacking zone. Now Candelino gets down mid-boards. DeAngelo's fighting for it. That one's going to get all the way down. And I think that was Haggerty who may have knocked that one down there. The icing will be the call. 2:13 remaining in the game.
I'll say this, Todd. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in a 4-goal game. If I'm Matt Fuccione, I'm going to take every chance I can get to fire that puck down into the net. You've got a safe enough cushion, I would say. He looks like he's pretty comfortable and competent playing that puck, and so why not let it fly?
Shane Doe trying to find Tim Jones sitting on the doorstep. Timmy looking for Casesso. Casesso's shot goes wide. Now back the other direction. Barber is in. No Highlander in the net right now. An empty net as they try to get cut into this 4-goal lead of the Red Hawks. Belaid cycles it deeper, picked up by Doe. As Doe looks forward to DeAngelis. DeAngelis taps it, chases it down into the corner. DeAngelis comes away with it too as he gives it to Casesso. Casesso's shot blocked to the side by Fuccione. I don't know how he saw it.
Didn't see it, but he was in great position. That's one of those grade A testers, and he comes up with a strong positional stop late.
Minute 30 remaining in the game. Melrose just freezing the puck in the corner. DeAngelis comes out with it. As DeAngelis skating far boards, gives it off to Doe. Doe over to Foley near side. Foley fires that one in, looking for a deflection. It goes wide of the net. Now Doe once again, minute 10 remaining in the game. Doe's shot off of a stick into the boards. As this comes back to Foley. Foley tries to backhand it as Belaid has speed. Belaid's looking for the empty netter, and Belaid is going to get the empty netter as Melrose has made this a 7-2 game after the goal by Adam Belaid.
Way to put that game on ice. Somerville made them work late. The odds of coming back down 4 obviously not in their favor, but they pull Jackson with just over 3 minutes to go. They give it a shot, able to sustain some pressure and generate some chances. Fuccione came up with that save on Casesso, and ultimately you're just able to hang on and do enough work defensively, and Belaid gets credited for the empty net goal as a way to reward all of that great effort.
45 seconds remaining in the game. Damian Jackson back in the goal for the Highlanders. 7-2 is the Melrose lead, as the Highlanders will drop to 6-5 on the season. 4 wins away from the playoffs, looking for their 3rd straight playoff appearance. next time they will be home, they won't be back here into the vet. They've got 3 games on the road as they go to Medford, then to Methuen, then to Lexington. So a tough stretch there for the Highlanders as they look to get some wins on the road before they're back here at the vet on Monday, the 3rd of February. That'll be 5:30 here at the vet against Lynn. The Lynn conglomerate team as the Jets will be in, and that will do it as the Highlanders fall to the Redhawks of Melrose 7-2. The Redhawks came in 1 game under 500. They are now 500, but ranked number 7 in Division III, and they look like a top 10 team out there right now, Tyler.
They absolutely did, with how they were able to get themselves in groove after a bit of a slow start. The Highlanders came out strong in this game. They were able to go toe-to-toe for a time. Chris Casesso got that big tying goal on the very first shot of the game for Somerville, but ultimately in the end, they just did a tremendous job in front of their own zone, in front of their own goaltender, and it really translated to their opportunities up ice. They pushed Somerville back onto their rear ends in that second period. You get up by 3 or 4 goals, and it's really very rare you see a team relinquish a lead like that. So full credit to the visitors. They came out, did enough to get the win. It was a well-balanced attack that the Highlanders just really had no answer for.
That will do it for us tonight from the vet. On the Highlanders side, very quickly, Matt DeAngelis with a goal and an assist. Chris Casesso also a goal. 2 assists for Braden Hart. He doubles his season total in assists with those 2, as he has 4 assists on the season so far. So thank you very much for watching at home. We really do appreciate it. Check us out on February 3rd when we will be back here at the vet against the Lynn Jets, as the Highlanders will be hosting the Jets, and then Haverhill that week as well. We'll have that coverage here on Somerville Ed TV. And don't forget, Friday, the big battle for first in the GBL, girls basketball, Highlanders versus the Rams, 6:30 Bruin Fieldhouse. We'll have that coverage here on Somerville Ed TV. Thank you so much for watching at home. Thank you, Tyler Orrego, on commentary. Thank you, Lenny Scaletta, on camera, and Ben Martin on direction. I am Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Hockey on Somerville Ed TV.